for joining us, TJ. Appreciate you taking time out of your day, to come. It's been great working with you. So I really wanted to get to know you a little bit better in your background. So the first thing that we were just going to kind of see is, how did you exactly get in the life insurance space and business? Was this a dream of yours?
No, it wasn't. It was not a dream of mine. I got recruited by my business partner, and Steve Finley, back in the day, 17 plus years ago. What happened was he had helped me roll over an old 401k of mine, and I started a new position with a firm, and I kept being promoted. And when you get promoted in that particular case, they made you move. And I had a young family. And so one day he said, hey, why don't you not take those promotions, and why don't you come work with me and take over my practice at some point? So he had recruited me into this industry 17 plus years ago. So,
that's awesome. Has it flown by? I feel like time always does.
It really has, to say the least.
That's awesome. So at Finley Davis, then, what exactly are you providing to your clients?
So we're a full financial planning firm, and so that encompasses all the wealth management, and then of course the estate planning, life planning that goes with that. So it's a full shop for high net worth clientele.
Awesome. And before Proformix was, enforced policy management, something that you were doing, how exactly were you handling that?
Well, we were not handling it very well.
Tends to be the answer, yeah.
And so that was part of our problem. And so, with permanent policies, we would get annual statements, and so that would be kind of our natural catch. With term insurance, it wasn't so good. And then, of course, as time's gone on, insurance companies have had less and less communication, and they want to do more things online. And so there was issues there as well. So our systems were not very good in place before we teamed up with you guys. So
yeah, I know. And one of the things I was going to ask you about was the onboarding process. And I know working with you, it was a little bit tricky getting all those policies together, but in general, I think especially we started really working on that when COVID hit, and stay at home orders was placed in order. But how was your experience other besides that with onboarding with us?
I think it was good. I think the biggest issue for us, unlike probably other firms, the big issue for us is we've acquired multiple practices over the years. And so there was a bunch of original agents that we took over, and to get that permission on the back end from the insurance companies released, even though we've acquired those practices and we have everything in writing, for them to actually release it was a little bit frustrating. But all of the policies that we put in place that we did, those were a breeze to get all that information. So that was super cool. So we tried to maximize our time during all the COVID pandemic, and try to focus in and get all of that taken care of with you to get it all put in place.
Yeah, it was great working and getting that set up. And then just originally, looking at Proformix, I know we kind of talked about this during the onboarding process, but what would you say, were a couple goals that you specifically wanted and are trying to work with our product to really succeed with?
Well, the couple things that we really wanted to do a better job on, as I stated earlier, I did not have a system in place for doing consistent reviews. And so we wanted a consistent review process for each and every client that we had on the life insurance side. So that was number one. Number two, we wanted to have a better process for some of the term conversions. We wanted to be able to know when those were coming and be able to be ahead of the curve comparative to missing out on some of those opportunities when we were doing many other business situations going on there. So we wanted to have a much more systematic plan for taking care of our clients, as well as when those opportunities came up for those reviews to help the client be put in a better position than when their current policies, that we were able to do that as well. So that was what we wanted to accomplish by teaming up with you guys and getting everything put in place.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense. I know, one of the things that we do offer, especially with those terms, is just that dashboard, and having those alerts ready for you a couple years out so that you can take advantage of those opportunities and be proactive. But how else have you seen, success with the features within Proformix? Is there anything else that you find really helpful that you've been utilizing, within your new business measures moving forward now that you have rolled out with us?
Yeah, I think for us on the communication to clients and potential clients, we have been touting your services and saying, here's what we're doing that we don't feel like anyone else is doing around us. And so here's some protocols that we have in place to make sure that the policies are staying up to date the way they need to be, the way they were designed to be. And so we're doing that, and we're promoting that now with CPAs and attorneys. That way we can have other potential business opportunities coming our way by helping them monitor their life insurance clients as well. So
yeah, I think the communication part is huge. Just having the opportunity to go out to them and start that conversation. So happy to hear that that's been working for you. And I know that in the past we've kind of reviewed, the reports and some of the things and talked about how some customization is coming out. But in terms for what you're looking for and what you think, you could see within our product, what would you be excited for, or what are you most looking forward to?
Well, I think as our time goes forward and trying to be more and more efficient, and we think about in-force policies, and we think about what that would look like as far as comparable new potential policies. And so for us, we're excited about the potential of having that done for us instead of us having to go do the research and start that process to see what that even looks like, or even if that makes sense to have additional conversations and put that energy into it, to have that potentially be done for us for a new potential policy to be put in place to replace something. We think that's going to save a substantial amount of time and energy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. I know that we kind of talked about that in the past, and it is on our pipeline. So as soon as it does come out, I'll be sure to involve you in those conversations and make sure you get those previews. But like I said earlier, I really do appreciate, setting this up with us and speaking with me a little bit further today.
Of course, it's been my pleasure, and thanks for the partnership.
Thanks, TJ. I'll be speaking with you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, bye.